What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Valaverse, or from Valaverse, Action Force Blowback. So I picked this up at IshCon. I just saw it sitting there. I've seen pictures of it and it looks really cool. But seeing it in person, I was like, I gotta pick this up. And of course, it was a really good price on it. So with all the accessories that you can see here, I kind of had to pick it up. And it'll fit right into the Joes and any display I set up like that. So here you can see him. You can see the different head sculpts, all of these accessories, hands, weapons. You get this cool case with the sniper rifle that looks like it can be broken down, a spotter scope, that sort of thing. You got ear pros. Looks really, really cool. You got the side with some artwork. You got the back with this file card. We've got our action points. Little display of him with the ghillie suit on. Other side. And there's the front again. So let's get them open and check them out. All right, so here is Blowback outside of the packaging, and he looks pretty cool. I love the camo color, that color green, and he just looks really awesome, all decked out, got the face paint on him. We'll get into that a little bit closer here shortly. For accessories, he's got a couple of different hands for each side, and I believe they're the same hands, but for both sides. So right on him, he's got the two trigger fingers. Then he's got these like cupping hands for when he's gripping the rifle, the front grip, or you can ask for something, that sort of thing. Maybe he's hanging on a ledge. I do like these. I like extra hands for expressions. You got two fists, all of them molded in the same green. And you got these details in there, but there's not really anything bringing them out, like for these gloves. And then you've got these little regular, like grippy hands. And you've got some ear pros with the little headset on it, little comms, which look good. They're all molded in this nice green. Got the black for the ear, the cushions, the inside. So that looks good. You got another helmet. You got these ear coverings. You can pop those out, I guess, if you don't really want them. It's weird being shielded like that. I guess I don't really care for it. But you don't have to have that. And then you get another option here. You can attach some ear pros to that, which is kind of what I prefer. So we can throw this piece like right on there. Then you got the mic here. And then, of course, for the other side, you can take that one off. And you got another one. Which this is going to be my preference for this helmet style. So I'm probably just going to leave it like that. You can see right there. We'll see it better when it's sitting on him. But that is definitely going to be the way that I do it. You got a couple extra head sculpts. So you can see him there with one eye kind of closed with the dark hair. You got the white skin tone with the little mask on there. You got another face paint with the dark hair showing. But both eyes are open in this one. And I want to say these eyes are blue versus these ones are like a brown. So could be two different characters. So you got him right there with one eye open, scoping, looking through the scope. And then you got this one here, both eyes open, another person. Maybe he's, if you got two of these, maybe this one is the spotter, which is pretty cool actually. So out the gate, the way I'm feeling about it overall, I think I'm going to need another one just for that. You got another rifle. You got this nice scope on top. Mag does drop out, which is cool. You got the dark grip, different shades of green. So it looks nice. No port on the end or anything like that, so you can't put any effects in there. But the rifle does look pretty nice. It's like some key mods. I'm more of a M-lock person, but yeah, it looks good. You get the stand, Action Force, which looks good, feels good, like the color. One of the cool things you get is this rifle case, which looks really beautiful. No color to bring out anything. But you got the carry handle. You open it up, and then you've got the sniper rifle, a nice scope, nice paint on there. You got your spotter. Looks really awesome. Pop in there. Now this one has a hole in there for the effects. Plug something in there. Bipods move. Looks good. And it looks really awesome, and it feels good too. It's very sturdy plastic. Really nice. That rifle feels good. And again, the rifle spotter scope. Plug that in. Nice tan, nothing else. Black, pretty plain. And you get another bipod here. For when these are folded down, you swap them out and they'll rest better. That's the difference. They come in a little closer when you fold it up. Looks really nice though. And that is it for his accessories. Well, he's got a couple on him. I'll take those off. So you got the knife that's in his vest. Pops out. Nice green blade. Tan handle. You got a couple of mags. These are removable. You've got a pistol in the holster. Looks good. It's a nice looking pistol. Green, black slide with a red dot on top. You got a hole right there on the end so you can port in an accessory. Yeah. Now let's take a look at him just a little bit closer. So this is the way he comes in the packaging with this head sculpt on, or the head sculpt. You got that camo paint, looks good. Really cool to have like the squinting eye. I think that was a really nice addition. You don't see that kind of detail in figures at all. The nice paint, nice vest, carabiner. You got his radio, his comms. Again, those mags. This is where the vest separates so you can take it off if you wanted to. Got his belt there. Different accessories. Pretty plain. Not much paint there or anything like that. But he's got so much paint everywhere else. I'm assuming that's why. But I also heard that like it's not too hard for them to make something like this. You got the pants, knee pads, boots. Could use a little bit of paint there on the boots. That's pretty plain. Same thing with the gloves. They're like really plain. The boots. It's a nice color green, a nice shade. Just could have used a little bit extra. And I wasn't really going to take this off. You can see where that is. But you know what? Let's go for it. Just a quick glimpse at it. And that is the base body underneath. Of course, you can get any of those packs and accessorize it, make it any way that you want to. You don't have to stay with this stuff, which is really cool. Throw that on another character, do whatever you want. But it looks really good the way it is. I'm gonna get some different accessories on him, and actually we can go through some articulation. Of course, you got that neck joint there, the hinge. Love the hinge. Pop this head sculpt back on. Head goes down pretty far. Goes up. Really nice. Diaphragm cut. It was really nice all the way around. That's really good. The ball waist. Butterfly joints. T-pose. Goes past T just a little bit. Upper bicep cut. We got the double jointed elbows, pinless. They go in really far. Hinge, rotation, everything comes from the wrist. Vertical hinges there. Leg does drop down for more range. Goes forward about that far. Back about that far. If it's down. If it drops up, still about the same. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. You get the boot cut. You get the hinge. Pivot. Everything in the ankle. So you got really nice articulation so that you can hit some really cool poses. I'll get him into some of those here in a second while I put on some more accessories. Oh, speaking of accessories, he has one more. Ghillie suit. So we'll probably try that on at the end. See how that's gonna be. So here he is with the longer rifle. Well, not the long rifle. He's got the sniper rifle, but yeah, this looks more like a longer rifle, like a AR-10 versus a 15. Looks good. Got that hand underneath on that front grip. Just kind of walking. Got the different headset on. I think that looks really awesome. Imagine a squad of these guys coming through. I think that would be really awesome. Looks really good. Take that headset off. We'll throw on a helmet. Looks really good too. Looks good. Maybe he's reaching for his comms there. Grab a mag. Really nice. And the head sculpt looks really good too. Got hands on the pistol. Man, it looks really good. Like the posing getting out of there, out of this guy. Kick a door in or something. Really nice. There he is, kind of looking through the spotter scope. You gotta kind of maneuver him a little bit. But you can get it down to eye level, and it looks great. Again, I wish I had and I will get another one of these to be my spotter for him. But that looks great. That looks really awesome. Wow. For me, this shot is like everything. It looks so amazing. So you're able to get, with the butterfly joints and everything, you can get his cheeks to really touch that little cheek well there and get that rifle to really cross over and be directly down that eye line, which is amazing. Like, how awesome is that? Like, that looks so beautiful to me. Like, wow. That right there is worth it to me, um, all by itself. That is so awesome. Got the eye closed over there. Really looking through that scope. That's a beautiful, beautiful image. Wow. Just crazy, man. That looks so cool. Again, that's everything. Maybe they're running through the woods, or maybe they're just having to fight their way out or something, or he's having to stand versus laying down in cover. Get ready to move. So cool. That's definitely how he's got to be on the shelf. I do need to heat this headset up though and kind of mold it towards his head frame so that ear will sit down a little better. But other than that, I mean, I think that looks so great. Just amazing. That's so badass. All right, so here's the ghillie suit. I've heard a couple different things about it, kind of like falling apart, that sort of thing, and you know, we'll see how it goes. Part of why we're here is just so we can figure it out. Um, and it is. So I've got a couple spots here on the floor, or on the floor on this little background that I got here, where it's just kind of fallen off from just messing with it, just kind of in just that little bit. So this part right here looks like it's ready to fall off, and I didn't do anything except take it out of that little plastic that was holding it, the little Ziplocs. I took his vest off because if you go to put it on, I think this antenna doesn't have really anywhere to go. I don't know if you can see on mine right there. There's just a tiny little stress right there from it being bent. And there's nowhere for it to go in there. So you got these little parts right here that your arms are going to slide through, your legs are going to slide through, and then this part right here will cover the head sculpt. So I'll get that on him now. So here he is with the ghillie suit on, and it's a pretty interesting way of doing it. I think it was a nice way of doing it because of how simple it was, but also, I don't know, like right here in the head, you can see a little bit of like a gap. Doesn't really want to, you can tell like that's where it goes and it should conform there or something like that, but it just doesn't want to stay. Maybe this stuff just needs to come up some more to give it enough like slack. Yeah, so that's a little bit better. Then your boots are hanging out. So that's not terrible. And there it goes, kind of sliding back up again. Maybe the more you mess with it and leave it on there, the better it'll relax in there. But looks really cool. I like it. Again, you can get them down on the ground, maybe doing some little sniping poses. Wouldn't be carrying that case around probably at that point. His head could raise up pretty good. That's just like a quick setup. How cool is that? That's pretty awesome. Maybe you got a scene with some more grass and stuff like that, and just hide them in there. Look at that, another piece kind of came off there. I can see it just slowly coming off a little bit by bit, but it's still a really cool figure. And I guess because of the way that this is, I guess there kind of would have been a little bit more room for this radio to stay on them too. So that's something to try. All right, and for our first comparison, we've got it next to Stalker and the Halo Jumper. And I picked these guys because of the different colors of green and kind of like the woodland camo. Stalker looks great, still holds up really well. You can see Blowback's got the lighter green out of everybody. And then you've got the Jumper here who has a really nice, kind of not as green, I guess. I don't know. When I look at it, it kind of matches Stalker. When I look at him by himself, it's almost like a slight tint of blue. Kind of strange. But yeah, you got the camo paint on the face. Take a look at those. And they look good. The paint job on the classified looks a little bit better, I would say. A little more detail around the eyes. But overall, they look really great together. I think they all do. All about the same height. In fact, this Blowback might be a little bit taller because his legs are kind of separated a little bit more. So yeah, about the same height to maybe just a little bit taller. I'll take him out. There's a Retro Viper. Bulkier, about the same height. And then we got a Heavy Duty hanging around here. He was bigger than all of them. So really cool. All right, so overall, I really like this figure a lot. I think it's pretty cool. He's thinner than classified figures, a little bit taller, or about the same height. Most of them from Valaverse, I think, in Action Force are a little bit slimmer, but when you put the gear on, they bulk up to about the same size as the classified figures. I think he has great accessories. He's got all the multiple hands. He's got the rifle with the case that looks amazing in there and out of it. He's got the awesome head sculpt. You know, that amazing shot with him holding the rifle and focusing with one eye through the scope is amazing. He's got the ghillie suit. It is falling apart a little bit the more I mess with it, but I still think it was pretty okay for how they did it. Not bad. I think most suits like that will probably have that going on, but it did come with the pistol. He did come with another rifle, different sets of ear pros. You can change his helmet up. I mean, he came with a lot. Another head sculpt, so you can create. If you bought more than one of these, you can create like a little fire team or like a spotter, his little sniper team, or you can have them all just as like this forest camo like squad. They don't have to be all snipers or sniper setup because you got the rifles. They could just be wearing that camo, and I think that looks awesome too. So yeah, I think this is a really good figure. Really awesome because it has so many options. I think the paint is done really nicely. Could use a little bit more on like the boots, maybe the gloves, something like that. But I think it's really well done, and I really like this figure a lot. Again, the fun factor part of it is pretty cool. The ideas of things you can do with it is pretty cool. So yeah, uh, I think that's gonna be it for this review. Hopefully, I covered enough of it for you to see whether you want to try to pick it up or not. If it's for you, if you got the same idea as me, or how you're gonna use it before you pick it up, what it comes with. But yeah, that's it for this review, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.